Madame Richard, do you say Madame Richard?
Yeah.
Madame Richard's class, je m'appelle Miss H. Je parle un petit peu. So, in this video, je parle anglais. So, here we go. So, Madame Richard has told me that you guys are working kind of on colors and different sort of perspectives and shapes. Well, is that kind of what you were saying before? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I like doing art, so I thought it'd be fun to do a little lesson with you guys. So here are some examples that we can work on. I don't know if you can really see, but there's like a cube there, and then we're gonna do, where is the triangular prism, and then a sphere. So the big thing with what we're gonna do is shading. So when you do a shape, like obviously when you see things out there and like how the light hits, those are called shadows. So that's kind of what we're going to work with. So all we need first is a piece of paper and the pencil. I personally would say Madame Richard's pencil is better than mine. It's a mechanical, whereas this one I feel like you get more freedom. But whatever you have, that works. Mechanical too. Like I can say you can use it. It's just easier to not.
With like a pencil?
A pencil, in my opinion, is better.
Okay.
So first thing we're going to do is try to just make a tornado so we can kind of get the gist of shading. So we're going to start dark at the top and then keep going all the way down and then go lighter until you get to the bottom. And then there, you have a little tornado. Yeah, look at our tornadoes. So you could go over it more just to get a good handle of practicing shading. And you kind of want to make it look like it blends very seamlessly. And I don't know. There. Now that we finished our tornadoes, we are going to now make a triangular prism. So it doesn't need to be perfect. What you need to do is just, you could use a box, but I'm not even going to just do a triangle. I'd probably do a little smaller just to make it a little easier. And then we're going to do kind of make the top a bit of a slant a bit. Oh, my dog's clawing at the door. I'll open that for her in just a moment. I don't know. That's a roughly my triangular prism, but it doesn't need to be perfect. So what we're going to pretend is, let's say the light, where do you want the light to hit? Do you want the light to hit here? Let's do that. So let's say the light is here. This means this part would be the lightest, and it would get this to here. So first, let's just make the face of the triangle pretty dark and try to shade it all the same way. So I'm going to do, I think, horizontally, sort of like how we did the tornado.
Okay.
Well, that's what, and then you can do the same. And try to always, when we're shading, go in the same direction.
Okay.
If you need to fix it up, that's okay.
And is it better to hold the pencil like this? Like straight?
I like to hold it like, that's a very fair question. I like to hold it a little higher so I can have more freedom this way. Okay. I don't go super like a fist. I kind of like, you want to make it that your hands have a little bit of flexibility, because since you're pressing kind of hard, it does get tiring on your hands. So you want to do what's kind of easiest for you so that you can go for a little while.
Awesome.
And if it's not perfect, it's okay. We're all learning. And this is just to practice like evenly coloring.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes like obviously like you've been saying you've been working with coloring with your students. Coloring the same direction makes it always a lot nicer. Like obviously there's certain techniques, but if you're doing something the same way, then you want to just have it in one unified way. All right. And if you really want to go like in the other direction to just get those sides, that's okay. So if it's not perfect, I just have it like that for now. You just kind of want it as even as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are you still working on it?
Oh, I got it.
You got it. Yeah, see, yours is a lot nicer. I will say that with your style of pencil, it's nicer. So now what we can try to do is we're going to try to shade it from darkest to lightest.
Okay.
So kind of like what we did with the tornado, but a little longer. So give yourself a reasonable amount. Like you can kind of give yourself a little pencil way where you want it to be basically like white, where basically you don't even need to touch it. And you're kind of going to make it go dark all the way And then when you get there, you only want a little bit of color. And
Okay.
and honestly too, if you find that it's like not exactly what you want, you can always erase, but try to do your best to just go with the flow. And if you don't like it, you can always do another one. Just more practice.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this one horizontal this time. Just wait, no, vertical. Sorry, vertical.
Okay.
Vertical. Sorry. All right. And just start darkest and then blend out to go lighter. Here's mine. You can kind of see.
Woo!
Well, thank you, Iron Man.
This one's mine.
Nice. So what you can also do too, if you find like you're not loving the blend, if you don't, you can also use your finger just to kind of like drag it out.
Oh yeah.
And then erase the sides that you don't even have to do that. Like,
but it kind of almost makes it like if you blend it with your finger, it gives that more like smooth.
Yeah, you can do that too. And then yeah, that's just
my art terms. Your smooth texture.
Yeah. And there we go. Okay. So now we're going to try to make a cube. So when we do the cube, we're not going to actually show all the faces. We're really actually only going to show 3 faces. So 1, 2, 3. So and that kind of looks more like a rectangular prism, but it's okay. Try your best to make it that it's more or less pretty even. So I'm going to use this little menu I have.
Nice.
Yeah. And so, and if you need to, you can honestly just Google pictures of like cubes too.
That's true.
Yeah. But if you really want to, because I'm not doing it perfect, like the best thing if you want it to be exact with the measurements is use an actual ruler. But it's okay. This is more just to practice.
There's my cube. Oh, where's my cube? Wait, where'd it go?
Nice.
There's my cube.
Beautiful. You're a real artist.
Thank you.
Okay. Listen, then going down. I'm a little slow right now to do it. I'm trying to make it a little more straight if I can. And then, yeah, this is more or less mine. Yay, I did mine.
Yay!
So we did the 2 sides of triangular prism that you could see and 3 sides for the cube. This one, what I think.
Show her. Here, wait. This is Mary's cube.
I love it. Good job, Mary. I like that you got the 3 sides in there.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do with the cube is we're gonna do the light. Let's say, sorry, it's kind of messy, but the light is hitting the top here. So this will be the lightest, and the bottom will be the darkest.
Okay.
So we're gonna kind of do. I would start with this face here, myself, that one right there, and we're gonna make it go dark to light.
Okay. You want to color yours? We're gonna go dark.
I like that Mary's doing this too. All right, so I finished the one side. Let's see what you did for yours. Bravo! And once again, if you want to, you can use your finger if you want.
Nice.
The same thing. We're gonna do darker to lighter as well on the other side on the bottom there. So now we should have a beautiful 2 sides.
Yeah.
Shaded in. Woo! Look at that. Look at that cube coming along.
I know. I'm liking it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much good with mine. There we go. Here's mine.
Nice.
Nice. All right. The top.
Good.
The top. We're just gonna do very lightly. We'll say like the side on the farthest is the lightest, and we'll just kind of go not hard like how we have been. Like go like almost like this color. That's like over. Like, can you see it there? The white. So don't go this dark. Just go like a little and then to the one side here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so we can get a little bit of some dynamic. So here's our cubes.
Yeah.
Nice. Look at that.
Love it.
Beautiful. Oh, and that's good what Madame Richard did. She pointed at it and said which part will be the lightest. Next one more shape we're going to do is a circle, but we're going to make it look like a sphere. This one will be the hardest one, but that's okay. Like if it doesn't work out, you can always you can always practice again. So I'm using something with a round to make it easier and just trace around it. So here's our Here's my circle.
Nice.
There's your circle. Wonderful. We got it going. All right. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to make a kind of like a circle over here. I'm going to kind of make that circle. Then inside the circle, can you see it?
Yep.
Is going to be the lightest point. There's basically going to be no color that goes in there.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we want to make it kind of like how I did here. The darkest point is around and it goes like into like little lighter and the lightest to here. And around here, there's even a bit of shading, but it even goes in there. So
Okay.
what I like to do is you're kind of, so you're never going to go like up and down with the coloring. You're always kind of going to go around the shape.
Right.
It might be a little trickier. So if it takes you a little time, that's okay. So first, what I like to do is on the bottom, you know that you have a lot of room to go like dark to lighter. So I would just start with the bottom first and go dark there.
Okay.
And kind of just go around the shape of it.
Let's do this.
So I'll start it like what I kind of did here just to start. Just honestly like that. Just going around the shape. Just so you get a gist of it.
This is what I have right now.
It looks amazing. Look at you go. And if you want to bring up the darkest, the darkest point, you could kind of go around the full circle just a little bit. So I'm just kind of have you start at the bottom though, just because that's easier to do that.
Yeah, and then like work your way up.
Yeah. So this is to kind of get a bit of a gist of what mine now looks like with a bit of lighter in it.
Oh, nice. Mary's like,
if you find like it's not like you're not getting what you want, you can always use your finger. That's okay. What I like to do first is try to not do the finger until like the very end. And then I'm just trying to go as light as I can here. Oops.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of.
To make sure it like blends out. Yeah. This
is what I have.
Woo! Look at yours.
Pretty well so far.
Here is more or less mine. Yeah, I can always, that's mine, but.
Nice.
So then now we have our 3 different colored shapes, shaded shapes. You have your sphere, you have a tornado, we have a triangular prism, a cube, and then we have our sphere.
Yay.
So now we've learned to shadow and shade 3 different kind of shapes to make them look 3D.
Thanks for doing that. I think
no problem. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad it worked out. And then, yeah. Bye, guys. I hope you guys are staying safe and wash your hands.